So you know how I keep saying no standards, no standards, no standards. They just keep lowering them and lowering them. Well, that's mostly true, but you just never know what's going on around you. The last video I did, I said I had several more coming in. I got to researching this one. It was pretty short, so I figured I'd go ahead and do it. And there's 3 different articles in a short video. Each article has a little different information, so we'll kind of zip through the repetitive and you'll see. Now there's some words YouTube don't like, so I'm not going to say them, but I'll point them out. Here we go. Hillsborough County, Hillsborough fire captain caught with hundreds of images and videos, deputies say. Tampa, Florida. WFLA. A Hillsborough County Fire Rescue captain is facing hundreds of charges according to deputies. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office said the Internet Predator Unit searched the home of Marshall Van Nelson, 52, Thursday after a thorough investigation. Detectives said they located several electronics in Nelson's home that contained over 300 images and videos of Nelson. Was charged with 100 counts of 10 or more images and content of images. The actions of this individual are not only vile and deeply disturbing, but also a betrayal of the trust placed in those who are meant to protect and serve. I'm so tired of hearing that. Sheriff Chad Chronister said, "There is no place in our community for such reprehensible behavior. I commend the efforts of our Internet Predator Unit detectives, whose relentless pursuit of justice has ensured that this offender will be held accountable for those unacceptable actions." Hillsborough County Human Resources Department said Nelson had been working since the department since October 1st, 2001. 24 years almost, just to throw it up. No telling how long he's been doing this. Upon receiving notification of his arrest by the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, Hillsborough County took the necessary steps to place him on administrative leave, which will take effect on his next scheduled shift, the statement said. His position as company fire captain. County staff will monitor the case as it progresses and will take any necessary actions as warranted. And then I found this one. Hillsborough fire captain arrested on 100 counts of, the sheriff's office said. And this one's short and sweet. Hillsborough County Fire Rescue Captain Marshall Van Nelson was arrested on, according to the sheriff's office. Nelson's being charged with 100 counts of, which deputies say was scattered across his devices. The investigation is ongoing, according to the sheriff's office. Tampa, Florida. Hillsborough County Fire Rescue Captain was arrested Thursday on 100 counts of, according to investigators. Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, 52, 300, yada yada. We already know this. Predator. Detectives with Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office Internet Predator United said those images and videos were found during an initial search at a Hillsborough County location. They had obtained a search warrant for the location following an investigation. Sheriff's Office said the investigation into this case remains active. What they're saying, the actions of this individual are not only vile, we've already heard this, deeply disturbing, betrayal of trust, protect and serve. Chad Cronster, no place for reprehensible behavior. Commend the efforts of the Internet Predator Unit detectives, whose relentless pursuit of justice had ensured the offender will be held accountable for those unacceptable actions. What we don't know, no other information was released on what led detectives to Van Nelson or what location they searched when serving the search warrant. Alrighty, last. Hillsborough County Fire Captain arrested on 100 plus, held on $755,000 bond. And all these are, I think the first one was from January 30th maybe, and the other one was 30th or 31st, and this is the 31st. And we'll get to this video. Hillsborough County Fire Captain is behind bars tonight, accused of that. For years, Captain Marshall Nelson was considered a trusted leader within the Hillsborough County Fire within Hillsborough County Fire Rescue, but now he's in jail facing disturbing charges of Marshall Nelson stood silent in a blue vest as the charges against him were read. More than 100 felony counts tied to... Investigators said they located several electronic devices in the fire captain's home on Thursday, devices that allegedly held over 300 images and videos of... You are to have no devices in jail that can receive no messages. You are to have no devices in jail that can receive no messages or video, Hillsborough County Judge Laura Ward said. Nelson's attorney asked for a bond. The judge ticked off the likely amount for each count. On counts 1 through 100, I'm going to set the bond amounts at $7,500 each. I'm going to set the bond on count 101, which is a third-degree felony, in the amount of $5,000, Ward said. The judge set bond at just over $750,000 and made it clear if Nelson is released until trial, he'll be under strict supervision. If you post bond, you're going to be placed on a private GPS monitor, Ward said. You are to remain in Hillsborough County and not allowed to leave the jurisdiction. We went to Nelson's home for a comment, but nobody answered the door. Shocker, it is not. But the news of his arrest shocked neighbors in his Riverview neighborhood. It's sad and it's scary, neighbor Yulia Minor said. Yulia Minor said she knew Nelson and his family and described him as a nice guy during his encounters. They always said, it's such a nice guy. He was such a nice guy. He was such a nice... You never know what's going on. You never know who is around, unfortunately, Minor said. As of now, Nelson remains in jail. Hillsborough County Fire Rescue said he has been with the department for over 2 decades, and after this arrest, he was placed on administrative leave. Better been unpaid. And here is the video.
Possessing hundreds of images and videos of child... Hillsborough County Fire Captain is behind bars tonight, accused of possessing hundreds of images and videos of child pornography. News Channel's Georgia MacArthur joins us live from outside the Hillsborough County Courthouse, where this suspect appeared before a judge this afternoon. Georgia.
Now think about this. This is a fire captain, and the last one was a police officer. And I have one that I think is a deputy. And then there's one that's husband and wife. One's a police officer and one's a deputy. Something is mentally wrong with these people, and they have got to get them out of positions of what's supposed to be authority. It used to, when we were kids, parents would be like, hey, if there's a problem, go find a cop or talk to the cops, or, Never interact with law enforcement. Never, ever. They're not your friend. Back when you was kids, it was completely different. I know when I was a kid, it was completely different. Even when my husband was a police officer, it was completely different. This, oh my Lord, just the standards have been set so low that there are no standards.
Josh, and for years, Captain Marshall Nelson was considered a trusted leader within Hillsborough County Fire Rescue. Tonight, he's in jail facing disturbing charges of possessing child pornography. We're here for Marshall Nelson. Marshall Nelson stood silent in a
suicide vest. We call them turtle suits.
Blue vest as the charges against him were read. More than 100.
That way he can't kill himself before they hopefully send him to the electric chair. They won't. It's not a capital offense, but they should. And they should stream it. Live stream it.
Felony counts tied to child pornography. Investigators say they located several electronic devices in the Hillsborough County Fire Captain's home on Thursday. Devices that allegedly held over 300 images and videos of child sexual abuse material. You're to have...
Let that sink in. It's enough that anybody would be looking at that. But somebody that you call in your most time of need when your house is on fire, think about it. It's ridiculous.
No electronic devices while you're in jail that can transmit, receive messages, images, or video. Nelson's attorney asked for bond, the judge taking off the likely amount for each count. On counts 1 through 100 in the amount of $7,500 each.
I'm going to set bond in the count 101, which is the third-degree felony, in the amount of $5,000.
The judge set bond at just over 3/4.
Look, predator, a predator. I would wonder, based on what we know he's looking at, I would go to start with his closest family out and talk to them, talk to the children, and see if he's touched any of them. He is disgusting. He should be sent to the electric chair. Prison is too good for him.
Of $1 million and made it clear if Nelson is released until trial, he'll be under strict supervision.
If you're able to.
And they need to keep him out of segregation. They need to put his ass in general population, make sure everybody knows what his title is and what he did. Look at the look on his face. Look on his face is like, when I get you behind that door, I'm just going to beat your ass.
To post bond, you're going to be placed on a private GPS monitor. You're to remain in Hillsborough County. You're not allowed to leave the jurisdiction of Hillsborough County.
We went to Nelson's home for a comment, but nobody answered the door. But the news of his arrest shocked neighbors in his Riverview neighborhood.
You didn't think they were going to answer the door, did you? They got cameras up everywhere. They ain't about to answer that door.
It's a sad. It's a sad and it's a scary.
Yuli Minor says she knew Nelson and his family and described him as a nice guy during her encounters.
We never know who around us, unfortunately.
As of now, Nelson remains in jail. According to the Hillsborough County Fire Rescue, Nelson was part of the department since October of 2001. That's for more than 2 decades. Right now.
Anyway, let me know what you think about this one. Like, share, subscribe. Also, I'm going to keep saying this. Analytics say that 95% of people that watch these videos do not subscribe. I mean, it's free. Come on. Hit the button.
Again, he remains in jail. He was placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of this investigation. Reporting live in Hillsborough County.
And I am out.
I'm Georgia MacArthur, 8 on your side.